This is ABC7 News at 5:30. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. Republican leaders on Capitol Hill one step away from a major change in tax policy. The House voting on the bill this afternoon, but now must re-vote on Wednesday. And the Senate is expected to vote next. ABC's Kenneth Moten has the latest from Washington.
The House with the historic vote.
The conference report is adopted,
passing the largest tax reform bill in decades.
Today, we are giving the people of this country their money back.
The bill met with applause and protest in the House chamber.
And have them escorted from the House chamber.
A day of political maneuvering, speeches, and large poster boards on Capitol Hill. Congressional GOP leaders one step away from giving President Trump his first major legislative win.
Priority number one is middle-class Americans. That has been this administration's focus.
Democrats pointing to a new analysis that says in a decade, 70% of the middle class will see a tax hike, 76% of the wealthiest a tax cut.
This is the worst bill to ever come to the floor of the House, with stiff competition.
Now it's the Senate's turn. All Republicans expected to vote yes for the bill that permanently slashes the corporate rate from 35% to 21%, a move they say will spur economic growth.
I think the American people are going to begin to feel that the country is moving again after 8 years of relative stagnation.
Republicans will rue the day that they passed this tax bill. Rue the day. Because it's so unfair to the middle class.
The Senate is expected to vote and pass this tax bill late tonight, but in a last-minute twist, Democrats say 3 provisions in the tax plan violate Senate rules and will need to be removed, forcing the House to re-vote tomorrow. Kenneth Moten, ABC News, Washington.
So what does a GOP tax plan mean to you? A Suncoast financial advisor believes it will benefit most, if not all, Floridians. Jeff Stern with Baird Financial Advisors in Sarasota says most people will see their income tax drop an average of 3 to 4%. Others could see a 6 to 7% decrease. Business owners may be seeing the greatest benefits, with the corporate income tax for businesses dropping from 35% to only 20%.
Corporations can be more profitable, they can pay their employees more, they can expand more. So that's the whole concept. There is debate if the trickle-down effect actually works or not.
And we'll reinvest that. And the idea that, we'll go and light cigars with $100 bills is simply not true. We will use it to acquire other businesses that aren't performing as well. We'll become more efficient, we'll invest, we'll hire people.
Stern says the 3% savings will be seen in the short term. He says 10 years from now, though, those tax cuts will not be as profitable. A former Punta Gorda police officer will not receive disability payments. Lee Cole is charged with shooting and killing a woman during a citizens police training exercise. Mary Knowlton died in the summer of 2016 shooting. Cole was fired by the department and faces charges of manslaughter in Knowlton's death. Cole says the shooting and his termination gave him post-traumatic stress disorder. He was requesting disability.
He was given the due process in both situations that he was due under the law. And when they made that decision, he had the right to appeal it, which he did, and he lost there as well.
Tonight on ABC7 News at 7, we'll take a closer look into Cole's request and see what officers can normally expect for disability. Hurricane Irma has already cost Florida more than $6.5 billion, and the number of claims is still growing. The latest report from the Office of Insurance Regulation shows the number of claims filed with insurance companies is approaching 866,000, and more than 700,000 of those involve residential properties. People have several years to file claims, but the numbers indicate a slow decrease in reported damages. A spokesperson for the Insurance Information Institute says Irma could have been much worse for homeowners and the industry.
The insurance companies have been well capitalized. They've been waiting for this. There may be some need for claims to continue to be filed, but insurance companies know that this is what happens when you're dealing with Florida hurricane risk.
The insurance industry has closed 48% of Irma claims with some payments. Another 31% were closed without any payments. In most cases where money did not change hands, the damages failed to meet policyholders' deductibles. Sarasota County was right on target when it estimated the debris removal process would wrap up around the holidays. County officials say all debris is now picked up in the county. In the 74 days of cleanup, the county says it collected enough debris to fill the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool in Washington, D.C. 9 times. That's a total of 298,000 cubic yards. Rothenbach Park in Sarasota County is still closed because of the amount of debris from the hurricane. The county says it hopes to have it reopened to the public by February 1st. It was a huge job for the county. Let's get more on our weather today with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob?
Yeah, smile on my face because the season is over and thankfully nothing around right now, and now all the focus is in the southern hemisphere for the hurricane season. As we approach winter, they are approaching summer. Right now we are approaching the fact that we may see some fog here, and that fog may be thick again. We had advisories this morning. We could see them again flying around tomorrow morning. That fog, now you can see the visible imagery, moved out into the Gulf, but it could be back, as I said, late tonight. 74 right now. That's the temperature of the Sarasota Radiant Airport, and Venice a little bit cooler at 73. Sun has just set, and that's the reason why it transitioned from the sunshine to clear skies now at night in Sarasota and Bradenton. Well, the Van Wezel webcam showing calm conditions out there in the waters today. The only downside, again, the fog in the morning, and it looks like the conditions will stay rather calm. Seas running 2 feet or less out there in the bays and inland waters. The Gulf water temperature at 71 degrees, and temperatures in the low to mid 70s. Bradenton now at 75, 72 in Inglewood. A bit warmer as you push inland. We'll have more on a cold front headed our way for Christmas in just a few minutes. Scott?
Okay, Bob, thank you. The effects of the past hurricane season still lingering throughout the country. The toll was not just on humans. And as the holidays are approaching, animal rescue groups are hoping to match displaced dogs and cats with new homes. Many animals were displaced after Hurricane Harvey hit Texas and Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico.
It meant not being able to be with his family or losing his family or potentially even never having a family. And what this rescue means for him is that he's got a chance at a really good life and a fabulous home.
Major natural disasters can drastically increase the number of animals in need. The ASPCA says during Hurricane Katrina back in 2005, an estimated 250,000 dogs and cats were displaced or died. Well, experts say most young children believe Santa Claus will be coming to town on Christmas. And researchers say that number has been consistent through 4 decades of published studies, with about 85% of 4 and 5-year-old American children believing in jolly old St. Nick. That number fades as the kids get older, with experts saying reality likely sets in for most children when they turn 8 years old. A 2013 study shows nearly 3/4 of Americans surveyed said they received Christmas Eve visits from Santa when they were kids. And you'll be back again this year. Still to come in your Suncoast News, the holiday hazards around your home. Emergency doctors give their warning of what and where you should avoid during the holiday season.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
If you're over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days, I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. A free book to help you maximize your retirement income from television host and 3-time author Josh Melberg has been released. This book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we are about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known secrets we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. Call 800-307-2040 now and you'll receive a free copy of Josh Melberg's book, Next Gen Annuity Strategies Revealed. As a bonus, we'll also send you the #1 mistakes retirees are making with their investments today, and a free DVD on how you can get up to 33% more income in retirement. Call 800-307-2040 to have your free information kit rushed to your door. Again, that's 800-307-2040.
This is an important announcement. If you're between 50 and 85 and worried about your loved ones, you can still get affordable life insurance for peace of mind.
My life insurance coverage is guaranteed, and I was not required to get a medical exam.
I had high blood pressure and diabetes, and I got my coverage with one telephone call. No exam necessary.
I'm a smoker, and I wanted to take care of my family. I called to get my life insurance and my affairs in order. I wanted to do the right thing.
Call Final Expense No Exam Insurance. Your rates are guaranteed and will never increase.
I called and learned that this insurance cannot be canceled even if you get sick or gain weight.
And there are no restrictions on how my beneficiaries use the money when I'm gone.
Approval was easy and the price was right. I wanted to do this for my children.
Call 800-738-9812. 800-738-9812.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value, great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
There are some holiday hazards that emergency room doctors want you to know about to avoid seeing them this Christmas. ABC's Arlette Saenz has the story.
Whether you're home or traveling somewhere else, the last place you want to end up during the holidays is the emergency room. Unfortunately, this time of year is the season not only for presents, lights, and feasts, but also an uptick in ER visits. Because of this, the American College of Emergency Physicians is offering some timely advice this week, tips that could keep you safe from common holiday hazards. First tip, prepare for the cold. If you're going to be out in it, dress appropriately. Have an emergency kit complete with a warm blanket in your car just in case. And if you're staying inside, check those CO2 monitors to make sure they're working. It could save your life. Next, practice extra care when hanging those high holiday decorations. One wrong move is all it takes to slip or fall, so take it slow and steady. And finally, you've heard it before, get that flu shot. It could make the difference between spending time with family or shivering in bed. Check out even more tips on www.emergencycareforyou.org and make this holiday season a safe one. With this Medical Minute, I'm Arlette Saenz, ABC News.
Now your ABC7 First Alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Well, you know, we're getting close to Christmas as lights in bloom. They're going to be lighting the tree tonight at Marie Selby Botanical Gardens. It actually officially starts on Thursday, the 21st, and we are looking at some nice weather tonight for the lighting. Beautiful trees out there. 1 million lights will illuminate all the walkways there through the gardens. Always a brilliant light display there. That begins at 6 till 9. From the 21st through the end of the month. Now, some rain to the north of us, clouds and showers there, and it looks as though that will stay to our north. This high pressure will hold firm, although it is going to weaken somewhat as it shifts off to the east. Warm conditions here. We'll see that east to southeasterly wind component, which will bring us the warmer than average temperatures. We're expecting highs upper 70s to low 80s once again. Right now, dew point temperatures are staying high, and that means we'll have a good chance for more fog developing overnight and tomorrow morning. Currently at the airport, it's clear though, 74, still warm, and winds are out of the west at 6. The pressure still very high, 30-15. And that continues to hold steady now. The high today was well above average, 4 degrees shy of the record, 84 the record set back in 1967. This morning's low, nearly 10 degrees above normal, actually above normal. Now, as far as rainfall goes, no rainfall to report. And for the month, we're over an inch. We are anticipating some showers now, a slight chance on Christmas Day as a cold front slides on by. Now, as far as the fog forecast goes, one particular model indicating we'll start to see that developing shortly after 9 o'clock for some of our coastal communities. Then it will spread inland after midnight, and some of that could be rather widespread and could be a problem for commuters tomorrow morning. Just after sunrise, it should be clearing out of here by 9 or 10 o'clock, and then we could see some sea fog rolling in on Wednesday night, Thursday morning as a result of the winds shifting more to a west to southwesterly direction out ahead of a weak frontal system that will dissipate to our north. Temperatures currently, Bradenton Country Club 74, 70 at Holmes Beach now, 73 in Bradenton. Waterleaf here at 77, Rosedale at 76, the same in Sarasota, Lake Sarasota, and a few degrees warmer in Northport. Right now at Plantation at 77 and Rotunda at 72. So the closer to the coast, low 70s, mid 70s, say east of I-75. Futurecast showing this storm system staying over the southeast United States, and then the frontal system associated with it will get close to us, but it falls apart for the most part on Thursday. We may see a few spotty showers at rain chance less than 20% for our area. We may see a little increase in that fog too, as I mentioned, late Wednesday night and Thursday morning. Not a lot going on across the U.S. although there are some snow showers over the northeast and the extreme northeastern United States, and looks like for the most part this cold air will start to funnel southward over the upcoming days. Buffalo now 42, Pittsburgh it's 51 degrees, 47 into Cleveland and Cincinnati, 35 degrees Bismarck, and 54 Oklahoma City, Albuquerque at 50 degrees. So temperatures fairly moderate across the U.S., but that's all coming to a change as the polar outbreak will start to move on in, it looks like, beginning tomorrow over the northern plain states and then stretching across most of the eastern two-thirds of the nation throughout the next couple of days after that through the weekend. For boaters, be careful out there in the morning. Some sea fog could be around. Seas running 2 feet or less with a light chop. The water temperature now 71. And beaches will see a high of 78. High tide upcoming 11:58. Sunrise will be at 7:15 tomorrow. And look for mostly fair. Some fog developing late tonight. 63 for your low. Tomorrow the fog burns off. Partly cloudy 79 near the water. And inland areas low 80s. And the extended forecast. First day of winter on Friday, the first full day. The winter officially moves in on Thursday. And warm weather through Sunday. Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you. Let's get a check now on first alert traffic for your drive home. We're seeing some red on the map in Manatee County. This is for drivers traveling on US 301 and those heading north on Gulf of Mexico Drive, approaching Cortez on the Barrier Islands. And also some congestion for drivers as we head south on US 41 in Port Charlotte in Charlotte County, but not too bad. McDonald's is introducing a vegan burger, but you'll have to go to Europe to try it out. The McVegan burger consists of soy patty, bun, lettuce, tomato, pickles, ketchup, mustard, oil, and an egg-free sandwich sauce. It's already been tested at a handful of McDonald's locations in Finland. McDonald's says the burger was created because more people want to eat plant-based food that's better for the environment. It's unclear yet if the McVegan or something similar to it will be introduced in McDonald's restaurants here in the United States. Mall owners are spending billions of dollars to add more restaurants, bars, movie theaters, and even bowling alleys to draw in shoppers who are increasingly turning to online shopping. Some malls have turned space previously housed by department stores into health clubs or grocery stores, like we've seen at Southgate Mall, or what's called the Siesta Key Mall in Sarasota. And others are making room for office space, hotels, and apartments. Walt Disney World reopening its Hall of Presidents exhibit in Orlando today, and President Trump will be there to make a speech, sort of, a new animatronic robot version of the president making its debut. All American presidents are represented and each one delivers a short address. Mr. Trump personally recorded the remarks exclusively for Disney, something every president has done since the 1990s. In his speech, the animatronic Trump talks about the spirit of the American people. The exhibit underwent a year of renovations. Entertainment news is coming up next. Stay with us.
Make your holiday season extraordinary with a visit to your local Alfa Romeo dealer. Experience affordable Italian-crafted luxury and world-class performance, like our 2018 Giulia, just announced as the 2018 Motor Trend Car of the Year. MSRP starting at $37,995. Or drive home in the 2018 Stelvio SUV. MSRP starting at just $41,995. Premium comfort and excellent handling, even in the most challenging conditions. Now's the time to shift into season and reward yourself this holiday. Come in and see us today.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to?
Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Actress Meryl Streep doesn't want a Twitter war with actress and Harvey Weinstein rape accuser Rose McGowan. On Twitter over the weekend, McGowan called Streep a hypocrite when it comes to sex assault in Hollywood and said her silence on Harvey Weinstein all these years is part of the problem. Streep responded saying she wasn't deliberately silent, she just didn't know anything about it. She also says she gave McGowan her phone number so they could talk in person and says McGowan never called. We could see Taylor Swift at the Oscars. The Academy is in the process of whittling down the list of songs in the running for an Oscar nomination, and Swift's song I Don't Want to Live Forever from 50 Shades Darker made the cut. Other big names in the running include Mariah Carey's The Star from the animated movie The Star and Home by Nick Jonas and from another animated film called Ferdinand. 70 songs are still in the running. The nominations will be announced on January 23rd. 20 years ago today, Leonardo DiCaprio proclaimed he was king of the world and then died after saving Rose. Titanic was released December 19, 1997. It would go on to win 11 Oscars, including Best Picture. And at a cost of $200 million, at the time it was the most expensive movie ever made and became the first movie to sell $1 billion in tickets. It was the highest grossing movie ever until another James Cameron film, Avatar, knocked it from the top spot. So it remains in second place, having earned now over $2.1 billion. And a reminder that one of Selby Botanical Gardens' biggest annual events of the year begins this week. Selby's holiday Light Up the Gardens begins Thursday with a tropical theme. We're getting a live sneak peek right now of what it will look like tonight. It includes flamingos, butterflies, and Santa hanging out at a tiki hut. We'll check in next hour with Linda Carson as they light up the gardens. We'll be right back.